Welcome to Compareverse. Today, on day number 43 of our 365-day challenge, we are going to discover the 10 strongest currencies in the world. But pay attention, when we say strongest, we do not mean the size of the country's economy, but rather the exchange rate value of each currency against the US dollar. In other words, how much a single unit of that currency is worth if we exchange it for dollars. Did you know that a single unit of the strongest currency on the planet is worth more than 3 times a dollar? We will take you from number 10 all the way to the most valuable currency per unit in the entire world. Let us get started. At number 10, we have the US dollar itself, which is worth exactly $1. This is our reference currency, the standard against which we measure all the others. The dollar is the most widely used currency in international trade and the world's primary reserve currency. At number 9, we find the euro, the official currency of much of Europe, with a value of approximately $1.08. The euro is used by more than 350 million people across 20 countries and is the second most important reserve currency in the world after the dollar. Fun fact, the euro was introduced in the year 1999 in digital form, and the physical banknotes and coins did not enter circulation until the year 2002, when millions of Europeans exchanged their old national currencies in one of the largest financial operations in history. At number 8 is the Swiss franc, the currency of Switzerland, with a value of approximately $1.11. The Swiss franc is famous worldwide for being one of the most stable and secure currencies on the planet, and Switzerland is recognized for its banking system and its long tradition of political neutrality. Fun fact, the Swiss franc is considered a safe haven currency, meaning that in times of global crisis, investors from all over the world buy francs to protect their money, which increases its value even more during the most difficult moments. At number 7, we have the Cayman Islands dollar, with a value of approximately $1.20. This small British overseas territory in the Caribbean is one of the world's leading financial centers, and its currency is pegged to the US dollar at a fixed exchange rate. Fun fact, the Cayman Islands have no direct income tax, which has turned them into a tax haven that registers more incorporated companies than inhabitants, with tens of thousands of companies registered on islands where only about 70,000 people actually live. At number 6, we find the British pound, the currency of the United Kingdom, with a value of approximately $1.27. The British pound is one of the oldest currencies in the world still in circulation, with a history of more than 1,200 years. Fun fact, the British pound was the most important reserve currency in the world before the US dollar took that place after the Second World War, and its symbol, the letter L, comes from the Latin word libra, which means balance or weight. At number 5 is the Gibraltar pound, with a value of approximately $1.27, at the same level as the British pound. This currency is used in Gibraltar, a small British overseas territory in the south of the Iberian Peninsula, and is pegged at exact parity with the British pound. Fun fact, Gibraltar covers an area of only 7 square kilometers, but its economy thrives thanks to its port, online gaming, and financial services, and Gibraltar's banknotes display unique images that do not appear on those of the United Kingdom. At number 4, we have the Jordanian dinar, the currency of Jordan, with a value of approximately $1.41. The Jordanian dinar is firmly pegged to the US dollar, which gives it remarkable stability in a region where many currencies suffer great fluctuations. Fun fact, even though Jordan is a country with limited resources and little oil production compared to its neighbors, its currency maintains a high value thanks to the strict control of the central bank and the considerable international financial aid the country receives every year. At number 3, we find the Omani Rial, the currency of Oman, with a value of approximately $2.60. Oman is an oil-producing country in the southeast of the Arabian Peninsula, and its currency is pegged to the US dollar. Fun fact, the Omani Rial is one of the few currencies in the world that circulates with such high-value banknotes, and since the country has a relatively small population of around 5 million inhabitants but enormous oil revenues, its currency maintains an extraordinarily high purchasing power. At number 2 is the Bahraini dinar, the currency of Bahrain, with a value of approximately $2.65. Bahrain is a small island country in the Persian Gulf and was one of the first oil producers in the entire Gulf region, discovering oil long before its larger neighbor. And at number 1, the strongest currency in the world, the Kuwaiti dinar, with a value of approximately $3.25 per dinar, This currency from the small Persian Gulf country surpasses all the rest by an impressive margin. And there you have it, the 10 strongest currencies in the world in the year 2026 by exchange rate value against the US dollar. Now we want to hear from you. If you could use any of these currencies in your daily life, which one would you choose? Would you like to travel to Kuwait to feel the power of the dinar, or do you prefer the stability of the Swiss franc? Leave your answer in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to Compare Verse and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. See you never miss any of our upcoming videos.